Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Unity of Command 2. We're playing the Stalingrad DLC with the final mission of the Historic Path. Well, one of the two final missions. As you can see here, the Soviets have pushed pretty hard there. And they've reached Rostov. We'll just look at south here. That's pretty bad. Of course, we did reach the positions on the Volga over here, or at least we linked up with the 6th Army. That does not look good, basically. I think you can definitely see this is. It still looks like a disaster in the making, and of course, this is really bad. Arguably, this might even be worse than just retreating historically. But well, I just feel like hold our positions on the Volga first. Yeah, we could go for 3rd Kharkov here, but I'll be doing that later. I'm just gonna hold my positions on the Volga. I'm also gonna buy that Heinkel 111 card here. Like this. So we'll have 6th Army back, the actual 6th Army, and we'll have Penskore AK4. Let's take a look. 380. Destroying bridges or entrenchments or more pool. Just think that it's just not that worth it to do any of those. So let's just reinforce the troops. And we'll let that slide. 3rd Rostov. It's February 15th, 1943. Operation Winter Storm has saved the 6th Army, parts of it. However, the Soviets still managed to breach Axis positions on the Don and have advanced as far as Rostov. In a bid to regain the initiative, German High Command orders a counteroffensive, the aim of which is to eliminate the Red Army spearheads and subsequently push the front line back to the Don. Both sides will pour every available asset into this battle, as the final outcome of the campaign hangs in the balance. 12 turns is going to be a big one. I like it. I'm really looking forward to this mission. It's just... I really like alternate history missions like this, you know. Winter Storm succeeding, still being in trouble. Arguably worse trouble than if we were to just do 3rd Kharkov. But a lot hangs in the balance, so here we are. Although we've managed to save large parts of the 6th Army and even maintain our positions on the Volga, the collapse of our defensive line on the Don means that we have not yet avoided disaster. The Red Army has recently taken Rostov, thus severing our main supply line to the Volga and into the Caucasus. He orders her to strike at these exposed Soviet spearheads with the newly arrived SS Panzer Corps. Once Rostov is retaken, you will launch a general counteroffensive back to the Don. If successful, these moves should stabilize the situation before the Rasputitsa sets in. Following units have been reconstituted by the OKH after being destroyed in battle: 454th Security Division and the 44th Luftwaffe. Infantry Division minus. Stalingrad needs to be held at all costs. Bukhukar up here, turn 8. Kalach, turn 8. Kletsky, turn 10. Seraphimovich, also turn 10. This is trouble. We need to basically reconnect all of that in turn 1. If I were to take this now, say, I would get it back immediately. Alright. I'm quite confident there's not a lot that is actually within range. Indeed, for them there's nothing. And they also can't really repair anything. They do have these, but they're not that necessary down south. Soviets don't have any reserves, neither do we. Can't really do anything with all of this for the moment. I might just as well move it forward. Up to Kotelnikovo. I can see these guys trying to cut me off there as well, so... Or even here. What if I move up here? I can go further. Here. These are part of 6th Army, and you're already at full strength. So we're well off beefing these, but I'll see what I'm gonna do with them. I mean, none of my units will be back after this. If I don't actually have enough, I'd rather have both of these at 6. Like, I get it that... oh, never mind. The thing is that a unit like this is actually stronger. This is 8.5, and this is 8.6. It has less armor, but only slightly. That would put him at a regular. No. I'd rather have a... 6 strength unit here then. Keep them at veteran, and the same for these. That's okay. I guess there's just no more armor to be bought. I'm getting rail supply through here, so I might just as well, over the course of time, fall back. I'm okay with them becoming regulars. It kind of sucks, but... Oh, you're part of 4th Panzer. Huh. Actually... I'll do this. That's a lot cheaper, and I don't have that much prestige any which way. This will give me more money to buy special steps too, which I also think will be worth it. I might be able to get a Romanian armored. No. If I want to get them out of there, I also need to build a pontoon bridge. They might still not even be able to get out, but we'll see. Yeah, I could see myself getting them out, actually. Yeah. Yeah, Rostov is a turn 1. Tatsinskaya, turn 5. Morozovsk, turn 7. As well, for the bonus objectives. Alright, let's pump some units. As I said before, I don't really have any more armored steps there. Do I have more mechanized? Well, to be fair, I'd rather have a more powerful armored unit. And that's what I'll do for them. So they're already quite powerful. I can buy another mechanized step at least. Now they're at 100. I would prefer if these guys were to get something like that. With nothing more to buy with them, huh? Interesting that I cannot reorganize that last step. All of these are elite, which is nice, but in fact, I'm getting try to reintegrate them there as well. Yeah, I can't remove any more of these. In terms of supply hubs, I might as well remove these. Move you into Stalingrad. That one is fine. Just there we go. And that should be it. If I'm gonna use that Brandenburger card, I have to ask myself where that could be useful. But for the moment, I think trying to at least stop their counteroffensives on this side is going to be quite critical too. And I'm quite sure indeed that I need to do stuff like beat those mechanized forces there. Having a unit like this there is really sucky. If I would have been able to skip them to that side, I guess I would have. Currently, this is also a problem. Well, that's very nice of them. Ooh. On these guys especially, let's see, it's a 4. That's okay. They can go up there. My main goal there is to cut these off anyway. They'll be cornered and now beaten. I don't need anything there anymore, given that they will not be able to take this area. Which means that the rail line is running again. Now, at least for now. I need to get these units over to this side so they don't get in too far. I need them to help out at Stalingrad, but I cannot do the same here. I'll move them up and then into this hex, because it will take them too long to get all the way up there. For motorized units, that's okay. So I can use Viking and the Slovakian motorized to move up, but that's about it. I guess they're defending that, but the thing they should be defending at this point is this river. Because then they can go in here all they want. I don't really care about that. Like, and then they'll go and try to get here, which is also fine. Alright. So, I need to get a unit in here and make sure that it sticks. I can do that. I'll give it rear guard because I'm very likely to get attacked, and now I can get the 8th Luftwaffe out of there. Quite impressed by their ability. And even here, I severely need to beat these guys back, so... Three is always rough, but it didn't turn out too bad. Obviously, I don't know how much they have there, and they do have 2 elite units with Katyushas. Kind of sucks, but that motorized is also some serious trouble. Seems like the guards with SU-76 is quite a ride too. That's okay. Interesting that even now I don't see that much else around here. I was hoping to go for an overrun there, but I guess that's not in the cards. That's fine though. Alright, hopefully this won't be too bad and this is a real elite unit. The thing that strikes me the most here is that I cannot get rid of those, and they're getting their truck supply through there. Another thing that I would not be appreciating is any of those pontoon bridges. But I actually think that if I do that, that will allow me to use of these units getting over here. And just demolishing that. I've been having some pretty decent luck with those attacks so far. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Yeah, it was bound to happen at some point. They should be. Unfortunately, I have to kind of do it for these units. It's a lot, though. If I destroy this, I also don't need these guys anymore. Or I kind of do. Never mind. I don't have that rail line. So that's when I'm having a 3. Sadly, 7th Luftwaffe will not make it. Oh well. I think it's also better this way, ultimately. Okay. To be honest, I also feel like I need to soften up these guys a little bit. I don't want them to get frisky. Like things like this are just straight up looking quite bad. Of course I can try to swing around them, which is reasonable, but very much busy at the moment, just trying to stabilize the situation as it is. I need to hold a line like that. That will be very challenging. I could look like that, they'd still have a hard time passing. This is better. Thought they'd try to push it. Crap. Yeah, like I said, I was aware that I was gonna lose that. Very interesting indeed, that. But at least the supply line held, so that should help. Pretty good at that. Still got some units out of supply there. So many stragglers everywhere. Yeah. How is that? It's 90 and. The tricky part here is making sure that I'm not gonna be cut off. Which is okay, I can do that. Let's actually start just about here. I actually think it's quite fine now to do these first, so I have a much easier time attacking afterwards. I mean, I do need to take that turn 5. That's ultimately pretty tricky. Well, that sure didn't help. Better be careful with them. And since those guys are also still pretty weak, even here. Need to make sure nothing weird happens. I mean, it's pretty unfortunate, but I just kind of need to take that. Like, I need this rail up to start working quite badly. How? So let's move up. Oof. That's pretty harsh. Happy I surrounded that and cut this off, I think, at least. No. Those two are a problem as well. I need to get to Bohucha on turn 8. Not quite sure as to how much more they have currently. I would imagine that not to be a very pleasant experience. The 19th Panzer is... I'll just pull back over here on this side. If they want to go and push down there, I'm okay. Just a bit too careful that these guys are going to deal some serious damage, especially this second guards. I give them some space. is their supply? They get something from there. Because the nice thing here is that this cuts off this entire area. Which is great. Because it's coming, or their supply is coming from that and that hex. They would have a hard time getting it now. Alright. I'm pretty close to making sure everything on this side is going to be defeated. That puts them back in supply, I suppose. That's good for them. Not so much for me. Still, I have to remain a little bit careful here too. I don't actually like their position all that much, but I need to start attacking there. Looks like that is a bit of a tricky situation. They're already trouble as it is. I think one of the toughest will be Bohucha up there, depending on what these guys do, but okay. Wow. Seems like they had more armored reserves than I counted on. Ugh. That is super harsh. Just like that. Holy crap. Hey, hey. Soviets definitely still pack a powerful punch here. Now they'll be out of supply again. I think I'll go after the calf. It is more dangerous than these. Although, well, it will be out of supply now. Wow. All right. I think now, indeed, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Alright. Now I have those guys back up in supply once again. I mean, these guys, they are so weak. I just don't really have a whole lot else to do with them, sadly. I'll certainly be moving back with you guys. It's already bad enough, but I destroyed quite a few of these units there. Obviously, I don't know where they went. They might just decide that they want to defend Kletskaya and Seraphimovich. I'd have to see. They don't have anything else to do. Alright, we only have this place left. I need to push it towards Tatsinskaya first. That's, I guess, my top priority here. These guys are turning out to be a whole lot less interesting than I thought they'd be. But since they at least can no longer attack, by this point I guess it's somewhat fine. First things first. I'll close that gap because yeah, you can no longer attack. It's fine. Now we'll need to make pontoon bridges. I just need to check how I'm going to do that. Because then at least I can get there turn 4. That'll be pretty useful. I will then at least have pushed them back towards the donuts in this area. This is super crazy. I'm gonna be in a world of pain here. I just hope they're gonna go for this because they think it's more expensive. I don't really have a whole lot else going on around there. I mean, these guys are doing a great job. I can actually do the auto supply for 3 turns. I don't really need to worry about that. How about any of you? You're also pretty weak. Alright. I'll just deal with them because I cannot really attack any other way. Any which way? Let's get rid of those. And this will still allow them to cross the river and attack there on the next turn. Obviously not doing it like this, but I'm quite confident that ultimately that will give me a pretty decent attack. They will be able to reinforce a bit later. Problem with them is also that they can still go. I actually think that most of their armor is now spent. Given a look at how things are looking, Morozovsk turn 7, Bukukar is mildly defended. It'll be turn 4 on the next turn. I'll be okay, I think. Nah. That also doesn't help anymore. Okay. I have serious hopes also that because they've taken so many losses, they'll finally go into some kind of defensive position here. Nope, they're going. Fuck me. Jeez, this is. Absolute shit. Those guys are also getting on my nerves a little bit. Because well, at the very least, they'll be out of supply for one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, they might not be able to get around again. I mean, they have to go, ultimately. Hmm. Well, let's see. They can no longer attack anyway. Which also... makes it so that... can move in a little bit further. Clearing that railroad will also be critical, and I can get these last stragglers soon enough. With something else. Getting these back in supply is also pretty useful, I think. Wonder if they would try to cross there. I'd wager they would, but those are pretty weak. I'm pretty shocked by their desire to put units there too, actually. Hmm. All right. Once we've cleared that area now. Casualties don't seem to count for a whole lot, interestingly enough, so far. If I do that, it should go fast enough. As I thought, it gives me a huge bonus. I'll use that immediately because it gives me the extra card there. The interesting thing is that there are several roads open. One of my main concerns is that I wouldn't be able to make it up there. But I would also have to beat both of those. And I think the unit at Kamensk might... Oh, crap. Oh, great. That is really, really sucky. That is really gonna give me massive headaches. Fuck that. This too now. Crap. Well, let's go. Not having that rail line there yet. I'll retake that city. Once I have this rail line up and running, I'll be exceptionally pleased. Kalach is turn 8. That does suggest I'll have to send some stuff there too, to go and get it. They won't just allow me to do nothing with that. I need to be able to cut them off. Kletskaya has turned 10, so I have a lot more time for it. And I think at Morozovsk these units might only be weak, they don't seem to be armored units, so... There too is that. Wow. Seems like they're at least in defensive mode there now. That I've kick their butt fast enough. Which means I'm gonna need to spearhead units towards Buhuhar. Pretty much. We'll see how that goes. I'm really surprised 6th Army can still upgrade. There we go. I should go in here. I'll put a slight... Nah, you're also very weak. I'll put you in there for now. They'll be defeated on the next turn. But they are not yet. Which means that they still exert a zone of control there too. A bit of a problem that, so I'll have to be careful. Ideally I'll cut off Kalach. We'll have to see whether it works. Wow. Well, I do have to say that these supply things have been, or these rolls have been pretty unfortunate. Okay. I do need to get them out of the way somehow. And here, this would cut off the 4 forces that they have around there. And I'm actually a bit surprised that they have a tank force there now. At least I want to split my forces, so I'll have these deal with Morozovsk. Like, they're doing something weird there, whether they're going to Seraphimovich or not. All of these are weak. And I want to cut these guys off, so that at least they will not be able to attack, and they're running out of supply too. 3 turn 6, so I still have some time to take over that. That's a bit sucky. But I have no choice but to deal with it. A place like Seraphimovich would also be tricky to take because it's going to be hard to encircle it. They don't have the supply on the actual hex. But I have three left. They will not be cut off for now. And at this point, what unit would I want to attack like that? Didn't help much yet, but guess ultimately it will. It's not a great attack though. This will allow most of these to be in supply, so I also would enjoy that. It's still somewhat useful to do it. And then here, I need to wait one more turn before I cut that off due to these. I'll destroy that, yeah. I'm actually surprised they did that. I didn't think they would move those. Fuck that. Didn't think they would move those units. But, okay. That too is sucky. Means I do need to focus on cutting off Morozovsk and then bombing it as much as possible too. Yeah, so save counts for Kalach. Here it's cut off now at least. This, I know that sucks, and of course I did have to lose another step. Alright, I'll just leave that at this. They'll be out of supply for one turn, but what I have... should still allow me to take it. Get these guys moving. Okay. Let's start there. Kill them. And I need to get through the difficult area. It's turn 6, so I have a reasonable amount of turns before I have to take both Seraphimovich and Kletskaya there. That is not bad at all. Well, that was at least something. This is a bit trickier. But at least those are doing fine here. I just had to do that. Okay. That helps cutting off a lot of units. That was very weird. I'll take it. Only a regular KIA, huh? It's a damn shame they cannot get out all the way there. Cut them off. But if I want to have any chance at taking Bohujar, it is something that definitely needs to be done this way. Let's beef up the 6th Army with what we got. Do you think? No? Then I'll take that, and I can also take this. I will remove the Jaeger, but it will allow me to get some of these a little bit further back up the strength. Keep them. They will not get yeah, they should be getting supplies soon enough. Okay, so they'll take the last of that. They'll already be cut off. It's not great, but I also need those supply points, so I'll do that this way. I think these guys can take Morozovsk with the way things currently are. Which also means I'll move through this way to try and get some supplies going up here. Southwestern front is the thing that's most concerning at the moment there. So I'll keep these guys here still. They're still pretty dangerous. Regroup Dawn. Also still cannot move further as long as these guys aren't beaten. Not too shabby. For me that is. And I'm actually happy they did that, because now I can supply my units. Thanks, Russians. That's really kind of you. Kalach will be cut off for 2 turns, by the way. I don't need to take it next turn. So I got pretty good of that. How did they get supply? Oh, that's an airplane. Oh, crap. Really? Well. Recut them. It's okay. Certainly not doing anything of the sort there. Okay. These guys will be cut off for another turn. I do know they still have something down there, but it won't be much. Huh. Yep. Still think that was worth it, even though I did lose those engineers. They're getting it from Seraphimovich itself, huh? They have another 5 there, so taking this was fairly useless then. That's a bit unfortunate. Alright, let's just hope that with the beating of another tank unit... that too will go a little bit easier. Yeah, sadly, Bohuchar is at turn 8. Doing that, obviously, and then that should at least cut off Kletskaya. And I can cut off Seraphimovich on turn 8. So Kletskaya as a turn 10 will be completely cut off, which is good. Let's take Kalach attack. I should do that. So now I've also taken Kalach there. Super nice. They'll be back in supply, and then they'll take those stranglers. Let's move you up. I'll be able to resupply them on the next turn. It's okay currently. Bam. No other special steps. It's a real bloody shame they retreated back over that river. Don't really have anything useful to do for the most part. If I... Yeah, I need to save at least a flying artillery for Seraphimovich. I have a lot of bombing for Bakukar on the next turn, so... that then would have to do. This should allow me to get good resupplying and stuff as well, and I can build 2 more supply hubs on the next turn. For this turn also should do that, and I can get you to move in here, prevent them from escaping. Doesn't help. That's okay. Huh. Really? Wow. The worst thing about that is, of course, that I kind of need to resupply them and then hope that it goes reasonably well. Sweet. That was indeed quite what I was looking for. Oh wow. It's a pretty good move by the AI. Yeah. Indeed. That was super weird. Will they be able to supply again? No, they won't. Not now, anyway. Here we are. I don't know why those don't move, because they can definitely go wherever they need to go. It's a bit weird. To make sure that they retain their good attacks. At this point I still have to deal with those guys. Next turn. Just okay. That tank unit was pretty much the last thing that I need to take care of too. Very nice. Alright. Can you get there on turn 10? I don't think so. Can I take it back for whatever reason? Ultimately, I don't think Seraphimovich will be that big of a deal, but ultimately, it would be pretty nice to get a lot more units. I'm quite sure they'll get supplies from Lensk, yeah. Ideally, even, yeah, it's definitely too late now. If I do it on turn 9, I'm not getting any bonus from it on Seraphimovich. At all. Put this to 0 though. There we are. Ultimately, well, I still need to take Seraphimovich, but ultimately it was a relatively easy mission so far. If I cut them off too, I can use all my air power at least to smash it. Although... Alright. There we go. Oof. That's all the objectives. And now I can really start going to town. On those final couple of units, they'll still get supply, but on turn 10 I'm going to cut them off there. And only on this side of Stalingrad they'll be able to get supplies. I do dare say it feels a little bit weird to be able to mount such an extremely powerful counteroffensive right after we've basically gotten our asses kicked before. But it's not my fault. And I'm quite sure there's nothing in that middle. Don't want them to think that they can go and take back Kalach. So I do have to be a bit careful here. But I also want to send 2 panzer divisions to go and take that. Let's put this at 3. And I guess still try to take the southwestern front. Let me just see where I can put these things. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now here I can also kind of do whatever I feel like almost. But not quite yet. Sure. Doesn't really matter anymore. I'm also just only looking for points now. Maybe I can even cross the Volga here. That'd be pretty funny. Actually. Bam, bam, bam. Wonder why my supply there is so weird. But whatever. That's fine. I mean, they did dig in those reserves pretty heavily. Let's move them. Bye. Okay, here we go. Let's start getting pontoon bridges across the Volga. We'll see what happens. It would mean I get to cross on turn 11. No retreat. Do need to park something there. But I think in terms of supplies, it's not even that bad. So this is fine. I've cut them off. I'll cross the river soon. Let's keep you there. Get those cities back under my control. I'll try to deal with that soon. They can't really escape. Yeah, excellent. Sure. They're not even trying to do anything about me crossing. Nope, I will continue. Alright. Man. I just really not have any luck there. Let's get across the Volga. And does that cut them off? But it does. Sweet. Nah, I don't need to do anything with it right now. Although can now cross here at Stalingrad. And that's it. In terms of supply, this kind of sucks, but what can I do? Alright, for the last turn I'll try to grab whatever I can. And got a few of these. They're still a bit troublesome, but it's okay. I can take it. Attacking, moving to the side, then I'll take the... This is -3 again. So an attack like that is just straight up not worth it, so I'll just kill those. Oh well. That's it. It was fun while it lasted. That's for sure. Manstein's Miracle. I lost 25 steps, 20 infantry, 5 armor, 5 specialist losses. Got a lot of points, so that's nice. I'll take a look here. Retook quite a bit. We held on to all of this territory, so it looks kind of weird. Stalingrad, Volga, huh? Well, the way I see it now, kind of like, is... Look, it still looks disastrous. We've given up all of this territory over here on the Don, and they can still push further down. But probably would say that in 1943, given that we've taken Grozny and Maikop, you can't get into the Caucasus either way. I think the Germans would still not be able to do that in 43 at this stage even. So they'd still be pushed back out of the Caucasus slowly but steadily. They'd be fighting to hold it on. Maybe they'll be trying to get back this kind of territory. Like, if all they can muster up is some kind of Kursk-sized offensive, you're still just looking at securing a bigger part of the Don and then holding it. Certainly the Germans would be in a slightly better position at that point, but barely. It looks on paper like it's a lot better. They have a lot more territory left, but it's still a super dangerous, even with this and recapturing this territory in the Don, it's still a super tricky situation, as all of this is super exposed over here, since they can cover those flanks. Anyway, I'll be wrapping this up. I want to thank you for watching this part of the DLC. I'll be continuing towards the ahistorical scenarios after this, so I'll be hoping to see you there. Thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.